Hello. Welcome to T&D&D. This is casual and a shorter episode because of time and stuff. But to make up for that, we do have Doggo.
Yeah, hold on. If I set that, this is not set right, sorry.
What do you mean it's not set right?
Sorry, I have to reset it because it's only set in one direction. Now it's set in all directions. And I keep fiddling with this because I can't hold it still.
Well, that's fine. We don't need to. But hello, yes, we are back in the living room for this week.
Yes.
So I saw her and I was like, okay, I need to pet.
Pip is on the podcast this week.
Mm-hmm. And she just likes me more than you, apparently.
Yep, apparently
she chose
so.
me over you, even though she's your dog.
Well, she sees me every day. She doesn't see you every day.
True, she sees me twice a week.
Yes.
But anyway, we are here. Hello. Let's talk about the thing that we do on YouTube and what makes us popular, Dungeons and Dragons. About
yes.
That, huh?
Pip, I think she's sneezing.
So we played a game.
Yeah.
Some stuff happened in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good old haunted house thing.
Yep.
What were some of your favourite and also least favourite moments from that?
All I remember is James dying.
Yeah.
Got introduced and in the same session he died. So,
He does
there's
that.
He was playing... Who was he playing? I forgot the name of the character.
She was called Dusty.
Yes, that was it, Dusty. And she was very suspicious of my character because obviously my character's a vampire. And this one was... What was she? She was something to do with people that don't like vampires and want to beat the crap out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. My character was very suspicious.
Mm-hmm. And then she died.
Yeah.
So, awesome. That happened.
Mm-hmm.
But there was other stuff that happened. You fought an abomination.
Did we?
The massive thing downstairs.
Oh, that was ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was... I guess I don't think... Did any of my damage go through?
It did. It was just resisted. And you were just firebolting.
Yeah, because I didn't want to get close to it because it looked just not like I wanted to punch it. So I was like, I'm going to stay away from this great big thing that's, here and just firebolt it from the corner. And I did.
I mean, tell that to Rob. He was just running up to it whenever he could.
Well, Rob was built for that.
Yeah, he can take some hits. He is big boy. But yeah, that all happened, and then they had a fight with two ghosts, which did not go well.
Yes.
Statistically, it was a balanced encounter. But early levels said no. We've done, what is it, like 4 or 5 sessions or something, and you're not even halfway to level 4 yet. And we started
done
at 3.
4 or 5 sessions?
Well, you personally, probably not.
I was going to say, I think I've only done 2.
There have been basically 4. 3 official ones, one that was kind of like a session 0-y thing. You know what I mean? But that's how much we've done of that, and it's the only thing I'm running right now. I did actually, due to player absences, run a game with the Thursday group instead of playing in it. And they went into the Feywild. And it was to get rid of like an artifact or something that was messing with them. And basically it literally says in the description the key to getting rid of it is to give it to Titania, like fairy queen or whatever. And then she can put it on and she can melt it or whatever. And they did that. They gave it to her. And then turns out, because, they're in the Feywild and it's fairies, it totally wasn't her and she ran off with it.
Whoopsies.
So basically they have, in essence, handed over one of the most powerful artifacts to the winter region of the Feywild. So, and then they had a fight with a massive frost giant that could do 4 attacks a turn that each do 8d8 plus 8 damage.
Ouch. Ouch.
So that all happened. But hey, they survived and escaped.
Somehow,
yeah. Because plant growth was casted and he couldn't move through it, so he just walked the other way. But yeah, all that happened, and it's very cool, and I'm glad that I am playing D&D. However, Saturday's game is on hold, which is big sad, because of personal things. But anyway, we have a question.
Yes.
People don't give us enough.
No.
We can't just have like 2 people carrying our freaking podcast. Come on. But we got one from Ashley. What do you think of Tasha's magic tattoos?
No.
What do you think of those?
I had like the tiniest skim over it, but I can't remember anything about it. I looked and I was like, and I can't remember anything about it.
Well, it's a magic item basically,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of like it's a hat or it's a sword, it's a tattoo. That's the main difference. And they
I think that's quite cool.
Yeah, and there's plenty of different ones. They tend to be more like, buffs and stuff, rather than they do neat little effects. I think Ryan's character has one of his characters where it like lets him do illusions and stuff. And one that's came up a couple of times in games is one that lets you, as a bonus action once a day, get big long 15-foot range claws that do a d6 force damage.
That seems decent.
And it stacks with monk stuff.
Ah.
So if you were to have it and activate it, you'd have 15-foot long punches that each do a d4 plus a d6
That
plus
would be
4
good.
damage. Very, very good. Very good. So there are some more powerful ones out there, but I don't know everything about them. But the idea is cool. It feels like something to me that's a little more difficult to implement, rather than I'm accidentally calling my voicemail.
Pip, get your paw off the microphone, please.
She just smacked the mic. Pip, get up. Get up. She almost bit my finger off. Look at her.
Pip, up you come. There we go.
This is the Doggy Podcast.
Hold this.
Welcome to the solo podcast. How are you guys doing today? I'm glad to be here with you alone. Haven't done a podcast alone in forever, but here we are. Apparently there is some chaos happening right now. I have no idea what it is or what the consequences are of it, but they're managing it.
Whoopsies.
We return. Hello.
That's what we do.
Am I holding it now?
No, I'm holding it.
Okay.
I need a job that I'm not going to be like horrendous at.
Fair enough. But yeah, it's harder to implement magic tattoos, if you know what I mean. Especially in my games where you can't really buy magic items.
Yeah.
Like, I specifically just don't have that as a thing unless you're in the biggest city in the universe and have very specific guild ties and stuff like that. In our pirate game that we did, some of the party were members of a criminal organisation that could get them those if they bought it. But other than that, it's like kind of pointless. And I feel like magic tattoos were almost made to be bought. You know what I mean? Like the way that they work. And they're applied very simply. I think it's literally the magic item is a needle that you put onto the skin or something, and it just makes the tattoo. But still, if someone in the group doesn't have like any way to identify what it is, then what are they gonna do?
They might just think, you've got a cool tattoo.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, it just comes in a needle. So they'll just find a needle, and in my game, you pick it up and you know, oh, it's magic. That's all you know.
Yeah.
And then you like stab a bad guy with it, And I don't know if you need to take the full hour or anything, but imagine if you could, you like stab a bad guy with it, because it's like, yeah, this probably does like 1 billion damage, and it gives them a massive buff.
Yeah, and you're like, what? What did I just do?
Yeah, so a little harder to implement in terms of like finding it in places and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the best way to perhaps reward this, at least if it were to be in my game, is as like a, oh, you did this cool thing for me, here is this needle that makes a tattoo, instead of just finding it randomly somewhere.
All I can imagine is an underground tattoo parlour where everyone's like dealing out magic button tattoos. It's like, you want some?
I mean, if you guys ever go to Shan, that's happening now. That's exactly what's happening. That's
Underground
a sick idea.
tattoo parlour.
Yeah, those places exist.
Where you get infections because they don't properly treat your tattoo right.
Yeah, exactly.
Or clean their equipment.
I think that Ash had has a character in reserve for like a side adventure that I might run at some point in Shan. And I basically said, come up with 1 or 2 locations that your character has been to or frequents, so that you guys can just kind of, write the adventure for me. And one of the places that she came up with was a strip club tattoo parlor. I can't remember what it was called, but it was very creative. And I very much want to play that out. But yeah, that's magic tattoos, I guess. They're cool. Most of the time, when people in games that I've been in have had them, I've always just let them like start with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you're higher level in my games, usually I'm like, you can have an uncommon magic item and extra money. I didn't do that with you guys because you were level 3.
Yeah.
But if so, like 2 games have started at level 5. Ash actually did it as well with like rewarding additional magic items, and the barbarian that punches people got it. And then also I think in my Tomb of Annihilation game, someone chose to start with it as kind of like a thing that gets passed down in generations and stuff. So I don't know, tattoos are super cool. I think your character would definitely vibe with a magic tattoo, especially the claw one.
Yes, he would.
The big long range punches.
He would vibe with that.
Yeah. All right. That's all our questions for today. Goodbye.
We've only been recording for like 11 minutes, I think it says.
Actually, 13 and a half minutes.
Well, I was looking at the camera.
I'll have you know.
Because the camera is more accurate.
And a half minutes.
Oh, okay.
If you want to submit more questions and stuff and etc., then you can either comment them down below or join our Discord, which is also down below, but that time in the description. So you can check those out. That's pretty awesome. And you can give us things to talk about, because there's infinite things to talk about. But yeah, now we're done with questions. I can tell you a funny story. I've been doing CVs recently for college and stuff, and since I'm doing drama and performing arts and stuff, me and my teacher spent like a solid 5 minutes figuring out how I can write on it that I play Dungeons and Dragons in a way that anyone would understand.
Yeah.
And in essence, what we basically came up with is it is a long form group improv activity. So I basically wrote down that I do a long form improv activity with a group called Dungeons and Dragons on my CV. That's very weird to say.
Yeah.
In most other jobs, I wouldn't put that.
Well, not if you're going for, I don't know, a supermarket job.
I play Dungeons and Dragons. That means I'm better at organising shelves for you, Tesco.
Or a warehouse job, you know.
Oh yeah, it's really hot.
When are you going to need improv when you're in a warehouse?
When you have to talk to people, right?
I mean,
I'll ask my dad. He works in a warehouse, or used to, or something.
I mean, I highly doubt it. Highly doubt that you'd ever need improv in a warehouse job.
Yeah, but I hate that I have to do all this like CV stuff. Because like I'm not really gonna need it. Because the moment I'm done with college and stuff, I'm just out. I'm out of all of it.
Yeah.
No big hours. No
you
nothing.
don't need it for uni, because that's what you're doing it for at the minute. CV for uni.
Mm-hmm.
You've already said that you don't want to go to uni, so...
Yeah, no, I ain't doing uni. Me and education are not friends. At all.
Me and education are semi-friends.
You get along, I guess.
Yeah,
but
we get
out
along.
of necessity.
Unless I'm shoved 2 hours away from anybody I know and I'm isolated in a bedroom by myself. Then we don't get along.
Yeah, for sure. We're doing a like a large group project that's kind of remember that film that we watched in Spanish, The Platform?
Yeah.
Pretty similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing something like that, but it's like a process of elimination thing where everyone's just really confused and trying to solve problems. And then whoever doesn't, I think, just gets like wiped.
So nothing to do with an actual platform.
No, but it's kind of on that same vein. There's a very simple concept around it, and now let's all watch the characters have a heart attack. You know what I mean?
I see.
Yeah, we it's fun. We actually, in somewhat relation to D&D, did a buttload of improv activities for 2 hours, and Jesus, some people in that room do not know how to do it. Because you know how in D&D usually if there's more than one voice it can get confusing?
Yeah.
Try 5 at a time on a stage.
Ouch. My brain just would explode.
Yeah, it's very difficult when there's 15 people trying to just make up a scene as they go.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of what happened, and it was just an absolute tragedy, and it didn't work at all.
Makes sense.
It started with like one student being taken aside and being told, all right, you're at a golf course and you're really bad at golf.
Mm-hmm.
And then put him on the stage, and then progressively more people started walking on. Like someone walked on and started training him, and I'm like, cool, nice. And then someone else walked on and did better than him, and it's like, awesome, cool story. Then like 5 people walked on at once and were drunk for some reason. And then everything just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't have D&D groups of like 15 people.
I would not even be able to deal with that for 2 seconds.
We just barely managed like 7.
Yeah.
And 7 was a bloody lot, especially to run a game 4. I would not recommend groups of any more than a size of 5. If you can do more than 5, sure. But yeah, I think a lot of people think groups should be around 7 or 8 people because of a certain show that's out there.
Yes.
Just that one, you know, that one. But that is a very, very wrong assumption. You can do it. I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it, but I've done it.
Yeah.
It's doable. It's just like, I think 3 to 5.
7?
Well, in the game store we had 6, right? And then we
Yeah.
moved online, and then James got brought in.
And Rob got brought in.
Yeah, so that became 7.
I see.
Because someone else had left. So we had a group of 7, and then
Yes.
progressively people had left. Someone else joined and then left as well, and now we're on to a group of 5.
Yes. Sorry, my brain was taking me a hot second to figure that out.
Our brains have disappeared because we've been watching too much Avatar. We're like almost at the end of the first season already.
Are we?
Yeah.
Doesn't have that many episodes in.
It's not a very long show.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah, you've been watching Vampire Diaries. Have you completed that?
Very nearly. I'm kind of deliberately trying not to finish it because I don't want to finish it yet. I'm putting it off.
I wondered because you hadn't told me you'd finished it.
Yeah, I'm close to finishing it. Hold on, I can check. I can check how many more episodes I've got left.
Oh, got my tea. We do have tea. This isn't a false podcast. We just don't have it as accessible.
Oh god, I don't have many episodes left at all. I'm on episode... Hold on. I'm on season 8. Episode... My next one... No, I've only got 2 episodes left!
That's the loudest this podcast has been.
Oh, jeez. I thought it was another 22 episode season. Oh, Lord. Damn it. I thought it was another 22 episode season. It's only 16 episodes. It's okay. I'm going to watch The Walking Dead after this, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, everyone's getting back into that because it's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I was trying to show Christopher the picture of you dressed as... Is his name Carl?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find it.
It's on my Facebook. It's on Facebook.
I checked. I couldn't find it.
Really?
Yep.
Damn. But yeah, I had a cowboy hat on and an eye patch.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it, and I was like, damn it.
The start's pretty good.
Yeah, Christopher says I'll probably overtake him with how much I binge watch TV shows.
You do it a lot.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the things that you do for work and stuff are all very, I can have something else going on.
Yep.
Which is mostly the same for me unless I'm in class. So I don't binge watch that many shows. The last time I had was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I regret turning that on at like 6 because I'd watched a few episodes and then I'm like, okay, I have to finish it, and I stayed up until midnight, which is something I haven't done in forever. So I did that.
You say that, and then here's me doing that every night.
I go to bed at like 10.
I need to sort out my sleep schedule.
I went at 9 last night because
yeah,
I'd been absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
Was it last night? Yeah.
Yes, it was, because I
Yeah.
had literally finished dyeing my hair.
I have 9 to 4 on a Friday. Which, again, like most people probably do way worse than what I do, but that was my first technical week back at college, and ow, it hurt. on the feet mainly, because it's a lot of walking around. But luckily we'd done a lot of sitting down as well, so it kind of balanced out. But yeah, I'm back into the swing of it, which I'm so done with it all. I like performing arts.
And see, here I am, excited to start my next module.
Yeah, you're learning French, right?
Yes. I am very excited. My books came in the mail the other day, and I'm like, ooh.
Learning languages seems super cool. I've tried before. I'm really not very good at it. No,
well, I'd never agreed with how they teach it at school.
Yeah.
Never.
Well,
They just don't do it right.
how do you think it should be taught?
Better.
You heard her, schools. Do better.
Yeah.
I
I don't
do
know.
agree.
I just think they don't do it in a very good way. Because when I was at school, right,
Yeah.
I was in the top set for French, yeah? And I really shouldn't have been in the top set for French because I didn't fit top set French. You know, I barely just passed French. So...
Well, that probably means you're the best, because French just never got paid attention to. I imagine most people just
No,
failed
top set
miserably.
French, everyone was getting full marks.
Oh.
Except me and a couple of other people, because there was too much... too many people not in top set French.
Yeah.
So here I was, just like, I don't understand. But hey, I'm going back, I'm starting again, I'm gonna learn French, and I'm gonna do it from the very beginning, and hopefully better.
You're not even going back, you're just doing it online
That's
now,
true.
which I think is pretty cool. Are you doing nothing else for that uni thing? Are they just straight up saying, okay, learn a language now, go?
Yeah, well, what it is you get your books. It's like a guided thing. You have to do it yourself, duh. But you get all your books, and you've got these like task things to do online. But yeah.
Sick. Awesome. I want to try learning
I
language.
enjoy it.
I do not have the willpower at all. I just can't. I probably could if I cared.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm like, I don't need it.
I just want to be able to speak a different language because it's better for your brain and it's better for your memory. So hopefully that'll help.
Laura gets good memory in a few months, guys.
Maybe.
Definitely. You better. There will be consequences.
It's just like, Laura, what happened exactly through the entirety of the last session? If you can't tell me at all, you're out.
Exactly. That's what I need to do. In a year's time, that's what I'll do.
I don't think I'll have finished. No, I won't have finished my French by then. Because it's not full-time. Because I can't go full-time till October the 22nd or something. Because of certain modules, whatever. I can't fully learn French in 3 years. So, I've got to do it in... Well, if I continue doing it part-time, 6 years, which is a long time.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have this uni course for a while.
Yeah.
Or until you just leave.
Yeah.
Because I guess you can do that.
Yeah. Do I want to do it? No.
I can leave. No, I can't.
No, you can't.
I wish I could. I'm telling myself that so I have the mentality if I can, so I will.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't... There's some useful stuff, I guess, for this, but other than that,
yeah. I mean, I left the proper uni course because you know how that was.
It was lovely, and she had a great time.
I did.
You were absolutely thrilled every second.
Every second of every day.
It was, yeah, by far the best experience.
Mm-hmm. And that's totally why I quit.
Yeah. She was like, it's too good. I can't.
Yeah, it's too good. I can't just be dealing with such good experiences for 3 years. You know how I mean? I gotta leave.
Yeah, exactly. But,
For anyone that didn't understand, that was major sarcasm.
if people didn't get that, like...
Well, it might not be obvious to some people.
I thought it was insanely obvious.
Well, I don't know.
To the point where, like, even most, like, autistic people I know could recognise it.
I don't know. I'm still saying it was sarcasm in case somebody didn't quite catch on.
You gotta put those, like, little things that they do on, like...
Sarcasm.
It's like, Twitter's got a bunch of methods now to it.
Yeah,
tone
/S,
indicators.
isn't it?
Yeah, /S.
My arm is hurting for holding
There's-
this up.
They use, like, /neg for negative.
Mm.
Which I think is pretty good.
Yes.
I think it's cool that they're doing that. Awesome. You guys keep going at it. What were we on about, really? What did we start with that led us to...
You said something about CV.
Ah, yes. I put this YouTube channel on it. Also, like, everyone in the class knows about it now. Because I
Cool.
kind of had to... Yeah. But it was basically like a what projects or things have you done over the summer? And I'm like, well, there's one thing.
That's been very consistent.
So yeah, I told them all about that. And we got like a string of like 6 comments from one of my mates.
I know, I saw and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, Jake told me to type this, and I was like,
It's my mate who kinda does YouTube as well.
Yeah,
So
I
he knows how it
recognised the username, and that's why I was like, is Jake physically there telling you to type this, or are you just typing it because Jake said so in the video? I was just like, I'm not gonna reply.
But then he just cycled through like all of the videos and wrote like, this is art.
Yeah.
But this is artist.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told you yet, but this is art.
I saw that and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's continue now. And I went back to whatever I was doing at the time.
Mm-hmm. But now our entire class knows. Luckily, I didn't tell them what it was at all until it came to meeting the year below me, and then because I'd mentioned it to them because we were going around the room basically saying, "What's an interesting thing about yourself?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't have anything about myself that I haven't already said, so you know." Now recording. Hello? The sound wave looks very different to how I expected it to.
I think because
it's a little demon man.
I squeaked, my foot squeaked when I came onto the sofa, and then you said hello quite literally at the same time.
Yeah. But yeah, I basically mentioned that we do this to the year ones and stuff, and our teacher was like, "Yeah, what's that called for networking?" And I'm like, "No one here will know about it." And then she was like, "Oh, come on, just what's it about?" And I went D&D, and there were like 3 people in the first year who were like, and I was like, "Oh, they don't know the name."
Well, they might find it.
They might, yeah, they might. And if I wanted, I could, because there's an entire self-promotion channel. Mm-hmm. I could put the YouTube channel in there and be like, everyone go sub.
But would they watch the videos, though?
I know a few people who, despite not knowing what I'm on about, would. I find myself watching entire videos, even though I've recorded them already and know kind of what I'm talking about. I find that I'm very interesting. I don't know what it is.
If I was to record my own videos, upload them, I would not watch them again. I would just be like, cool, I did this. I also edited the same video, so I've already seen it once. I don't want to watch it again.
Mm-hmm. I normally don't either. I go for the comments and then I stay for the me. Because I'm just that entertaining. Mm-hmm. I like to think I am. I make D&D look more interesting than it is to people who...
I mean, I can't comment because whenever I watch the videos, it goes in one ear and out the other ear.
Yeah, I know, because after you've edited it or something, you're like, what do you want me to call this video? And I'm like, I recorded that 3 weeks ago. I don't.
Yeah.
I have no idea about anything that I was talking about.
You vaguely mentioned this from what I can remember. And then you're just like, just go back and watch the video. And I'm like, oh, why?
I would if I could, but I normally I can't because you're editing it and you have the video.
Yeah.
So, that's how it be. She's mainly focused on cutting out my pauses, which are very infrequent now.
Yeah, it is.
I've gotten better.
And the odd occasional swear word, but usually that's just me in the podcast.
I've almost entirely learned how to turn off my
You've
potty
said
mouth.
a few bits here and there.
That's
usually you say quite a bit, but... yeah.
In this context, it's actually not mean. Because we're not saying it. I'm never saying it at
well, you could say, a bloody battlefield, and there you are, that's not swearing.
No, I've probably done that before. I talk about D&D. I might have said that.
And I've probably blurted it out because I wasn't paying attention to the rest of the words you were saying and listening for swear words and pauses.
Big battlefield.
Knowing me, that's something I would have done.
But hey, better safe than sorry, am I right?
Yeah.
Just realised we never set up the lights.
Yes, because it was sunny approximately however many minutes ago.
It looks decent despite that. We're good.
I mean, I can always edit the actual footage
just
to be
make
brighter.
It super bright.
Just like white.
Put the brightness to 99%.
I think the only thing you'll be able to see is probably your hair.
And eyes.
Yeah.
And our jumper.
You'll be able to see your hoodie strings because they're black.
I'll be able to see the hoodie strings, yeah.
My hair will be blown out completely.
Mm-hmm.
That failed, but hey-ho.
We return. Hold my mic person.
This is my job.
Let me work my magic.
Welcome to the Magical Tea Party interview. What is your name?
I like turtles.
Thanks. I thought you were going to be like the weatherman.
The
kid.
weatherman.
Do you know what I mean?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Yeah.
Freaking... I love that video so much.
Hey kid, how's it like to fly fireworks?
It's awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah. We've reenacted the meme.
Look how big that is.
I wonder why.
I
could have said something very funny there. I could have, but I won't.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what she said.
That's it. That's the video. Thank you for watching. I've been Laura. This has been...
Wouldn't you like to know, weather girl?
Thank you. That's been Jake. And,
How do you know my name?
I am a psychic woman! Jesus Christ.
Why did you say it like that?
No idea. Anyway.
She is a psychic woman.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Jake's gone onto Instagram, so clearly he's bored of this now.
I am incredibly tired, in case people haven't been able to
Thank you for watching the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and continue being cool people and enjoying D&D. Cool.
Yeah, this was the best D&D podcast ever. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Pretty pointless, this episode, other than answering one question.
Who cares? They want the podcast. They get it.
Excuse me, this is my microphone. Goodbye.
You looked like you were getting up. Oh.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Autofocus on my face, please. Why? There we go. Goodbye.